Hold on. Don't do that. Okay, what she just said is, Noon, I will be striking back. You call your children racial slurs. You have no standing. Not standing, but standing. Yeah, she sure did. Be a pen pal, Dee Dee. Hey, Shay. She sure did. Um, so what she's describing is me. My children are biracial. My children, I am welcomed into their family. Um, they call each other terms of endearment. Some might have heard. It's the N word that ends with an A. Yeah. So, I don't go calling my children that. But as my children, when my kids were little, this is just an explanation to say what she's gonna to explain what she's talking about. When my kids were little, their family members they called them niglets. I called my children niglet. It is not a racial slur if that's the culture that you're in. That's where I was. I was in that culture. I was in the Black African American community. Yeah, I'm white, but I know you would never understand that, Granny, because you walk around saying the N word with a hard R. Okay, so you would never understand. So don't try to pretend. Don't try to act like you're super fucking woke or anything like that. You need to calm the fuck down while you're talking about people who have token adopted children, token black adopted children. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget about you talking about being the white power couple with Lycan. Okay, so let's not forget about you dropping the hard R in DMs with Lycan. You racist piece of shit. Don't act like you want to be a pen pal with my child because my child's black and he would never ever look, little girl. I'm gonna tell you what right now. You are way too stupid. My son's in prison, and he would never fuck with the likes of you because you're too ghetto. You're ghetto. He would never in his life. His standards are higher than you. Imagine that. Somebody in prison whose standards are higher than you. Anyways, my son's engaged to be married, so back off, bitch. Secondly, you're behind as usual. Hurry up, Dee Dee. Get on up here. Get on current. Get on current. So don't speak on shit you don't know about. And my first thing is this. I'm sniping Granny, I'm restreaming her, and I'm doing commentary on what she's talking about, right? This is what happens when she finds out I'm sniping her, if she finds out I'm streaming her and doing commentary. This is what she does. You immediately go talking about real life. Immediately. Immediately you go, that's the first thing you go to is talking about somebody's kids or their relationship with somebody's kids. If you guys are so blind to this, you're sick. You're sick people. To turn your head one way while this lady acts this way. Oh, you should see my kitty, you guys. Oh, you sweet little thing. You're a sweet little kitty kitty. If you guys will turn your head and ignore this as if it's not happening because you like this person, there's something wrong with you, not me. Into discussing anything about your children, besides the fact when you openly say that your son is effeminate. You have no right to out your child as anything. You're the one that brought his sexuality here, not us. I was quite frankly fucking disgusted with every ounce of my being. I was embarrassed for you. I was embarrassed for your child. So don't you walk around talking about anybody, calling their kids any kind of racial slurs while you're sitting out here outing your son that you don't even know if he is, gay. That's your perception, that's your opinion of your own child that he's effeminate, and there's nothing wrong with that. However, it is not your place to ever, ever say that on a live stream about your child. And the reason why you said it is to deflect from you acting like a homophobic piece of shit. Period. That's why you did that. And you did your daughter the same way. You said the same thing about your daughter in the same fucking paragraph. That your daughter came to you and said whatever she said. That's your guys' business, not the whole internet. And you shouldn't be using that as a defense mechanism against people throwing an accusation that you're being homophobic. You brought your token kids with effeminate traits and lesbian thoughts, private thoughts. That's what you brought to YouTube for the whole world to know. And their children. You are a fucking fraud of YouTube. That's exactly what you are. Hey, everybody share the fucking live because you know how many people hate watch this bitch? A lot. A lot of motherfuckers hate watch this bitch. A lot of people lurk on this bitch. If you're here and you have a channel, share this live out so people don't have to go and give this fucking skank whore a fucking view. You ghetto, black-footed bitch. I cannot stand you. They are. And that's exactly why their channels are where they're at. It's so gross. honest to God, it is some of the most despicable behavior I've ever witnessed. And I'm waiting now for all the little pop-up channels that popped up to take down Natasha, to now pop up to take down these behaviors that are worse than Natasha's. Because they're worse. Her. She is worse. She is worse. She is the exact definition of worse. She is. She's triggered as a motherfucker. Like, and I can't even figure out what she's talking about. Is she talking about Noodle Mash and Mrs. Portland? Is she talking about you? Did you say tell somebody to go kill themselves or whatnot? Natasha's, arrogant. She's fucking annoying. She's all those things, but she's not, and definitely gross like some of these people. Like you. You're arrogant. You're conceited. You think you built this community? You didn't build shit, bitch. You built a fucking Orwellian hate channel where people rah for 2 to 5 hours a fucking day while you sit there and rant and rave and talk about many fucking people. Some of these people are just, I don't even think there's another word for it other than disgusting. People organizing with each other behind the scenes to say there was something going on and someone needed help, and then they switch to the other person being in need. Exactly. People feel for him. Just like when you were over in fucking Natasha's chat. Oh, thank you, everybody. Because, oh, my parents' house was doxxed. I mean, not my parents' house, my house. But the house that was actually doxxed is my parents' house. But I don't live with my parents, y'all. I don't. Everybody else lives with their parents. Everybody else gets support for their parents, but I don't. Lying-ass bitch. Tell me how this bitch still tells everybody that she doesn't fucking live with her parents. But yet, the address that Mandy doxed is owned by her fucking parents. You're such a liar, Jessica. People fell for it. Of course they did. There's no other world like YouTube. There just isn't. Only in YouTube can you go from cursing somebody out to being like best friends with them. This bitch, she don't get it. Oh yeah, let's talk about this. She said something the other day that kind of like rang my bell, because she was like, oh, people have to put up a cat fund to raise money. Bitch, you had a cat fund for your cat. Do you not remember that? Didn't you also have like a cat fund or something, people helping you on that stray cat you had? Doing stupid unnecessary fundraisers or whatever it may be. Yeah, it won't be long until the people within your own community realize what you're up to. But until then. Yes, this is exactly what she does. When she goes shopping and she says, oh my God, I wish I could afford this. Yep, and boom, she gets it. And on people, she is the biggest dry beggar. She is. Unnecessary fundraisers. Yeah, exactly. She has the longest Amazon wish list you've ever seen. Have you ever seen Molly Golightly's? I've never looked at Jessica's fucking stupid ass shit, but people aren't monetized like Lindsay. Lindsay's not monetized, right? Lycan's memberships are fucking 99 cents. His lowest membership on his other channel that was demonetized. And bitch, learn how to say monetization, you fucking freak of nature, cave dweller, fucking primitive ass bitch. Do you eat with your toes? And because they don't want to be to anybody, any fucking body, ever, but backstabbing and shit talk behind their back. I'm sure. I believe that. And it's not because I'm just your simp, sweetheart. It's because you strike me as a morally sound person. People have their own opinions and they can be risque with what they say, but as a whole, I can tell that Lycan he's never going to be the guy to beat you. He's never going to be the guy to, like, I can just see, he's never going to be the type to revenge porn you. He's just not like that. He's not. I think Lycan is very solid within himself. Like, he really is. He's self-conscious enough to understand that the things that he puts out in the world is what he's going to get back. I know Lycan is a softie at heart. To be honest, Granny, and how fucking dare you ask me for proof for anything when we didn't see the proof of your car getting fixed. We ain't seen the proof of your Disney trip. We didn't see the proof of you actually being scared leaving your house to go to a fucking hotel, and the next morning you're sitting there on the fucking internet with Pt having internet signal loss and shit. Why? Because you're at home, and you're at home that night.
But you showed a proof of my unpaid parking tickets, didn't you, Moon? Yeah, you saw that proof, didn't you? You saw the proof of all the crimes I was breaking years ago. So don't say I don't show no proof.
Dude, everybody has a past. So I don't care if Light saw you over there, if you don't.
I'm just glad the fungi sticks on his
But she wants me to show the proof. Just give me a minute. I woke up
came up here for a reason, and
I appreciate you coming. Any advice, good or bad?
Well, my biggest thing is that if you're going to pursue this with truth teller, I don't understand why other people's children are being brought into this.
Who?
Well, like, don't worry about it, sweetheart. And
I'm sorry. No. Jennifer, that is a response to Jennifer's lies that she told on her last live. She lied on me and said that I tried to bring that lady's baby into it, and that's a lie. I defended myself.
Okay, so you didn't bring up her son to begin with?
No. I showed the text. I
haven't watched any of this stuff, so that's why I came up here to ask you.
Well, that's unfortunate, Natasha. You know I have respect for you, honey, but you have to watch stuff, so you know. And I know it's hard. Because you can't be invested.
Honest, I'm not gonna be. I don't like this stuff. I don't like this going back and forth about kids. I don't like it because
then she needs to stop.
Well, I'm not disagreeing with that either.
I'm proving. Yeah, and this is the only way to set precedence of it. Hate, angry antlers, obsessed. She's absolutely obsessed. She absolutely went to a fucking rage when I was clearly being satirical when I was saying that I had slept with Lycan. But bitch, I bet you Lycan would probably fuck me just to say fuck you to you at this point. Whether there's any kind, I mean, paper bag it, all of that, we'll just forget who we're fucking, we'll run highlight reels the whole time. But I am going to bet at this point, just to see you fucking have a total spaz attack, where you're literally fucking calling around. Okay, well, these people are claiming they're not stalking me. You're gonna hear people stalking me. No, she never got a word in edgewise. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the topic. Now, right now I'm gonna play this and I'm gonna move on to the topic. Now, I'm gonna play this, and this is a recording from Granny's live the other night. This is where she's trying to are you laughing, leave me alone, about me saying about fucking Lycan? Lycan, hit me up, because we can make that whole video, and then we can really have some talks. I mean, fuck being the next Kim and Crafton or the next white power couple like Granny wanted to do. Let's be the next fucking Kim Kardashian and Ray J. Or Paris Hilton type of shit. I know, it was so funny. The thing about it is, Granny, is that you do have warts. Okay, bitch? You gotta prove that you don't have warts. All right, so let me stop talking shit, because I'm about to, that's why Left Shift has me blocked, and I listened to it on replay, and Granny's just over there freaking out. I know, and we all know, I just want like Keisha. All right, let's start. This is from Granny's live the other night.
A 1-800 fraudbusters person is not in any way unbiased. They release videos going at me in particular for some reason, because they're some kind of triggered Karen who has some kind of something against me. I don't know, some kind of chip on their shoulder.
She's pro Granny.
Yeah, well, they've like found that were like years in the past and putting them up on their channel about me.
Right.
They try to like paint me in some kind of bad light when it's like I was dealing with some.
This video is by 1-800 fraudbusters, and this is at the end of it. I don't know.